At 27-mile-per-hour gusts, 28-mile-per-hour gusts in the area, 30 in Simi. So it's windy. It's not as windy as where we've been, but it's still windy. And again, because it's so dry and we've got the combination of the wind and the low relative humidity and, of course, the dry fuels, things are really starting to burn. That's what you're seeing right there, just to the left of me, to the right of me. But let's take a closer look at what's happening right here. So first and foremost, you will see temperatures, they've been in the 60s. Wind speeds 20 to 35 miles per hour. And that's generally going to be the range. And I'll tell you, overnight, we're actually expecting the winds to get calmer, which is great news for the firefight. We need calm. But we're still expecting relative humidity to stay dangerously low in the single digits. Very little or no recoveries at all as far as relative humidity goes overnight. So the fire at the moment, it's pushing to the southwest. We're looking at northeasterly winds, and when that happens, the fire, again, pushes directly the opposite. So the winds come out of the northeast, fire travels to the southwest. That's going to be the same for smoke, and smoke will become a bigger part of the equation now that we have another fire in the mix. So let's get a look at the next 24 hours wind-wise. Let's start there with wind direction, because that really is a big deal as far as the trajectory of the fire goes. And then on top of that, where the smoke blows as well. So we're seeing the wind shift to the north. So you will see wind speeds also getting just a little calmer as well. So we could probably see the fire and smoke move in a southerly direction. So that's where we're going to keep our eyes. Take a look right here. Wind speeds in the teens at least through 6 a.m. That's lower than where we've been. So we are expecting winds to get calmer. Great news. But once the sun comes up, take a look. Late morning tomorrow, it's windier. And it gets even windier by the afternoon. We're going to be between 34 and 30 miles per hour, wind shifting back to the northeast. So we know that means a southwesterly direction as far as the fire moving and as far as the smoke going. Then by 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, things start to taper off and we start to see calmer conditions. The one thing that doesn't change, though, is that relative humidity. So even though winds will peak, there'll be an uptick, there'll be a little bit of a lull, we are still expecting dry conditions through and through. So as we get a look at current wind gusts, you'll see 32 miles per hour for Santa Clarita, 30 for Porter Ranch. So really, Castaic in the 30 mile per hour range, again, getting calmer in the overnight hours, and other spots in the Southland picking up wind-wise as well through San Bernardino, Riverside, Chino, and Irvine. So we do want to keep in mind there's wind still up across Southern California, and your wind futurecast showing you really the way the wind is going and how strong it's going to be. So as we hit the 7 o'clock hour, we are looking at quite a bit of orange and quite a bit of red in the mix. So that means 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts, but you will see over the Hughes fire, generally just orange and maybe that beige color, which means 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. So like we said, winds around Castaic will be in the teens. We're going to continue to see that wind stay with us, but we'll see an uptick by tomorrow morning, 8:30. Things actually get windier by the afternoon. So we're going to walk you through the rest of the wind. What I also want to walk you through is that chance of rain, because that will be our saving grace as we head into the weekend, but it's also a double-edged sword because we've got those hydrological concerns as we head into the weekend as well. We're all too familiar with debris flows and mudslides here in Southern California, especially when it comes to burn scars. So we'll have more on that in just a little bit. But right now, winds will get calmer before they pick up again tomorrow morning, and especially tomorrow afternoon. Pat Wan, back to you.